DO, especially with this Dragon Scale. Yeah. Hook shot.
Okay, it hits. That's the first hook shot we've seen that actually connects, and they use another Toxin in time, so there's no reactive armor stacks. That's really good. But now, they don't have Arena. Can they fight this counter initiation? This Dream Coil is really good with the Exorcism from Vanscore, dealing a fair amount of damage to Dendi. Now has to run away. Echo Slam just to guarantee the kill on Duster, and AM comes in to get the Mana Void and guarantee the kill on Dendi as well, getting him a lot of gold.
Yeah.
So really good response by Hellraisers. They don't lose their tower, they take 3 kills, and they only lost their Timber Saw, which at this point is the tank, and is doing exactly what his job entails.
It feels like we've really swapped roles here this game. Hellraisers, all of a sudden, they're playing the late game lineup, but it feels like after these last 2 engagements, they're the ones that are actually getting the better of these sort of early game skirmishes and fights. Space for Kuman as well to continue farming, as he is now going to find Mars. Sexy Fat running for his life. He's got a courier coming his way. Unfortunately, that courier has the TP scroll, which is on cooldown anyway. Is Kuman going to get distracted? No, he's got his eyes on the prize. He might even blink for this courier. Nah, he's not going to bother. And another death there, unfortunately, is going to make more space here. And we've even got a wagon. They could actually push this tier 2 tower. In fact, I think they will.
I like how the AM is intermittently joining these fights whenever he thinks he's needed, right? He's not completely free farm. I'm going to hit creeps like he's AFK jungle. He's actually trying to do something with his team, which is helping his team fight a bit more and deal with the Weaver. After all, we've already pointed out a couple of times that Weaver's just not that great. She's great. He's great in the sense that you can join fights relatively early, but you're not that impactful in fights.
And the thing with Weaver is you want to be sneaking around in these fights. Ideally, you're not the one initiating, or you're not the one showing, right? You kind of come in, let the Mars do the work. So that's why it was really awkward when he was really set on getting this tower, which, fair enough, you got all these trees cut down, so they can't, quote-unquote, sneak up on you that easily. But
the puck just catches you with Dream Coil.
Yeah, it was just such an awkward push, because, again, Weaver, he does not want to be, he's hard countered by the puck, super hard countered by puck. So
mid lane, we see a play by Duster. Actually, this time it catches Vanscore. Another good hook shot this time. And honestly, Vanscore's been so important in these team fights. I think it is a really worthwhile kill. His Exorcism is pretty much chunking Dendi alone.
All right, we've got Shard as well as Force Staff at the ready for Lil.
Oh, no blink. Interesting.
No blink. I told you a little bit earlier he wasn't really feeling confident going for it. I think it's just too risky. I mean, what was it? It was what was the game with the pretty funny ending where the Echo Slam got canceled by like a rocket flare, and then they dropped double Cataclysm and everything.
Oh, that was Extremum versus No Techies.
Yeah, that was the one, right? So maybe, I think he's watched that game and he's like, I don't want to end up on Reddit like that.
Oh yeah, because the title they gave it on Reddit was also fantastic. What?
Yeah, OD with a great call on that one. Just that's not how it's supposed to happen. That's not what it's supposed to look like.
My favorite part, though, is Solo getting tired of that game and deciding, all right, it's done. We're done, boys. GG.
It was a GG
They're never going to push.
We'll see now as we're going to fight for Roche. Currently, Hellraisers, I think they're going to be a little bit too late to this one. Should be Weaver then picking up this Aegis, I'd imagine. Rocket Flare giving vision. We've even got some great wards in the jungle as well for Hellraisers, so no chance they get a surprise jump onto bait now, and an Aegis in the inventory for Weaver.
Okay, so if anything, the Aegis is going to finish your window opportunity, right? Because once this Aegis expires, you're pretty much or this game is not necessarily over, but you're not strong anymore. This game is not yours.
Oh, dodge the silence.
You need to get these kind of kills now, very importantly, or towers, really. You want to take the tier 2, particularly mid, and not necessarily push high ground, but just completely dominate the enemy map. Ideally, ward their triangle as well, and start to put pressure bottom, which we're seeing that they're starting to do here.
Yeah, I mean, Kuman doing a great job, though. I mean, this is exactly how an AM is supposed to be playing this. Right now, his half of the map is super, super dangerous, so he's going to be showing now pretty far away, exactly where Bait don't want to be. He's going to cut a wave and even probably get a tier 2 tower here. In exchange, Bait, they're not going to get much because you got Rezo pushing out this mid wave, Earthshaker as well, who's doing a great job, and even top lane, Nyx is cutting the wave as well, but Dendi will get to be able to punish Vanscore there, who was looking to leave the base. So Vanscore, unfortunately, didn't quite get the memo. Evasive heroes only outside of the base, and DP is not one of those.
You should not push, honestly. Just force a fight with your Aegis, especially because Weaver can just push alone, right, and your team just behind him. And
with Aegis, yes.
Yeah, with the
Aegis.
Yeah, not without Aegis, but with Aegis, you always have the contingency plan. There we go. So RDO's doing that with double damage as well, which adds to it. And you just need to take over the enemy map before the AM becomes online. He's really close.
He's close. Going for the Scotty next, just to be able to, tank up a little bit. Those stats always fantastic as well. He's going to need probably another +1 item, though. I mean, or we need some really big plays out from Hellraisers. And we've seen them, to be fair. Nyx, who is, of course, no longer actively on the roster, but needing to play his 3 matches, is having a pretty decent showing as well this game. I would say game one it was a bit rough for him on the Void Spirit, but this game in particular and the second game he's been having a good impact. Down bottom though, Kuman blinking away. Oh, they're gonna scout him, and the tree's cut down, and Sexy Fat is here in time, pinned to the edges of the map. Kuman doesn't even have the TP anymore. Hookshot just barely misses him. It grazes his skin. But Kuman into the base he goes. Blink in a second. Where has he gone? Into the hands of Dendi, who's just waiting for him. Tries to hit him with the Mana Void. Might as well, but Dendi's going to have that kill nice and easy.
Very, very well played there. Dendi's positioning, of course, to punish that AM, and now, again, use this window opportunity to push, right? I mean, obviously, AM is not that impactful, but the fact that because he can't join the fights early, but the fact that he's dead gives you a lot more security. You know he's not going to come in with a Mana Void towards the end. Your Aegis has, like, maybe 2 more minutes, 3 more minutes left.
On Aegis, it's
2 minutes.
3.
Right?
Well, 2 minutes, sorry.
Yeah,
2
minutes. And it's okay, NA. And with this, they should be able to take at least a tier 2 mid and maybe in a tier 1 bottom, which would be ideal, just with the last remnants of this Aegis. And that way you can control the enemy triangle. Like, controlling the enemy triangle here is so valuable, so you can actually put some solid push and choke them out.
We do have Ags, though, on Nyx now, which is a really big item here.
Yeah, but still Aegis on waivers. I don't think he's that bothered.
He's not, but probably the rest of the bait will be.
Okay, he's just pushing a lot. Oh, time that's already used. Okay.
Yeah, he wants to keep the wagon alive.
Fair enough, but at the same time, okay, yeah, I guess without the AM, you're not that afraid.
BKB freshly delivered.
Earthshaker's ridiculously powerful here.
Yeah, he is.
And now you ideally go through the triangle, take the tier 1 bottom, because you're not going to go into the high ground anyway. And then you completely assert yourself as the dominant team in this map. In fact, AM, oh, Courier, what was he buying here in the secret shop?
Probably the second point booster, yeah, for the, or sorry, the ultimate orb for the Scotty.
Okay.
And that's not a bad purchase. Oh, another. Wow, we almost, we almost, quote unquote, have a sheepstick here for TSA. Big item for him. Extra lockdown on a hero as mobile as the Phoenix can be really, really powerful this game, especially when you're trying to just locate the Shaker, hex him up, and then have your team burst him down immediately after you. Overclock queued up for Duster as well. He's going to get set to work. Clocking in, putting in the extra hours here, trying to get bait out of the elimination zone here, or out of the relegation zone, more accurately.
They're very close, honestly. I mean, this game is looking good for them, but it's kind of going a bit too late. Travel Boots wasted by Dendi. This is a problem. And Dendi is theoretically with his team. I think it was just a travels like a blink, essentially, you know, just a quicker movement speed option.
Yeah, and like you said, RDO just pushing all by himself. He's going to join his team now, though, and now that they see him leave,
they hold the triangle though in the high ground. Very smart. Okay, this is the right play completely. Actually, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, RDO just pretends to run on over, and that's going to get them to back off. They're going to maybe try and trade for a tier 1 tower. Not the worst thing, a little bit less map control, but they have now located one. Hit him plenty of times here, Rezo, though, but a great shard. That's going to allow TSA to get nuked down immediately by Kuman. Now there's going to be the jump, the shard. It's going to, or rather, Dendi's going to be caught by the Aghanim Scepter upgraded leash, as he will actually snap that at the last second, so that's going to burn off his entire BKB duration here, the 10-second one as well. RDO, though, he's going to be able to find Rezo, snipe him, as the Aegis will be reclaimed.
Pretty good fight, though, all things considered for bait, because, yeah, the Aegis is reclaimed, but you take a kill in the process. You've already taken over the map somewhat. You put sentries all over the enemy triangle. You're trying to chase after Van score. Well, that's Glimmer Cape is going to be safe. The only issue is you, of course, didn't push us tier 2 completely, which gives them the little semblance of map control that Bait wanted to avoid. They're going for the puck down bottom, but Weaver without stuns can't really catch at the puck. And Nyx is doing a really smart job, which is pushing out this lane, so the backdoor protection is still up, and that way you can't take the tier 2 completely. And that keeps, I mean, it might seem like a very small thing, but that map control matters a lot at this point in the game.
You're totally right. I mean, because any little semblance of map control that you can keep, like you said, gives an objective for bait, which means they're not actively hunting down this AM. And AM in the entire time,
unless they hunt him like this. I mean, do they have anything to stop him though behind that? No. Yeah, they lack the damage and they don't have any more stuns, so Kuman's is fine for now. He does get 4 stats, so don't get hook shot, but it's gonna be fine. That little tier 2 though, it's going to make it so you can't really go to that triangle, because now the enemy team has a TP spot there. So if they buy back and they want to fight that triangle, they can. They just buy back, go into the TP spot, and if you've already used your Supernova Arena Blood, they can just fight the triangle again and kill you over and over. So you can't quite choke them.
Yeah, it's real close here between the two teams. Only a 2K net worth difference. In fact, just about everyone tit for tat here, even with their partner. Sexy Fat is a little bit poorer than Rezo, but currently dying mid is going to be Duster. No, he's going to stay alive and pinned to the wall. It's going to be Kuman. Do they have the damage, though? RDO unable to bridge the gap, but a beautiful hook shot. Duster actually hits him on the way, too, which will stun him. He's still going to get the blink off, though, as Duster will eventually be executed by the Fissure.
I don't think that was a beautiful hook shot. I think that was a beautiful Manta dodge. I didn't even know you could Manta dodge the hook shot.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah,
he literally hookshot it right through him. If he had gone the hookshot towards him, he could have actually stunned him with cogs, then proceeded to battery assault him, and they had a chance to kill him. But that Manta dodge literally saved the AM's life.
Thank you for the correction. I didn't scout that.
That was incredible. Oh my goodness. That's the first time I've seen a hookshot Manta dodge.
Fast fingers. Yeah, which is weird because normally it's really hard to Manta dodge things that have like a real travel time, that like travel in a path.
Yeah, like something like Hook, which is slow, it's 5, but hookshot is super fast.
Yeah.
Anyway, impressive job by Kuman. Now you go for the mid tower. That's a tier 1 that should fall. This opens up your map. Not that you care, though, because Kuman's already very
I was going
far.
for the BKB on the AM. It's a
I
really
think it's
good move.
appropriate for this game.
Good move.
You only have one single source of lockdown that goes through BKB, and you don't have the Aghanims for Duster because it's position 5 clockwork.
Yeah, they really. I mean, he's queued it up, but it's a bit of a pipe dream for him.
Oh, it's looking really bad for Bait now. It's going to the point where AM is just going to take over the game, and you haven't pushed enough. You haven't pushed enough to assert your dominance. And it's all up to RDO and see how hard you can carry with a Weaver. I mean, this guy's the expert of the late game carries, right? Can he show us that Weaver can be a late game carry too?
I'd be impressed. I would honestly be very impressed.
Everyone would be impressed.
He's going for the MKB, which is going to preempt any butterfly thoughts here of the AM.
Oh,
Although
no, RDO?
Oh, no. They've got the follow-up stun. Oh, he's going to BKB.
There's no Ags on Nyx, or is there?
There is. He's had it for a while. RDO's just going to fight, though. Vanscore in trouble. As Zendy's going to TP on in. The break into the hookshot. Beautiful out from Duster into the Nether Toxin. They've got plenty of damage here for Vanscore, who is going to go down with a bit of a fight, but eventually will die nonetheless. And RDO showing that, yeah, he can tank. He just kind of stands his ground and fights right through that Dream Coil. It looked a little bit scary there for Bait, though.
Yeah, I think that was almost pretty bad for RDO, but thank God for the BKB, right? It's very powerful on Weaver. It's quite a long BKB that he still has.
Yeah, I believe that was his 10-second, if I'm not mistaken. It was his
9-second. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like 9-second BKB. Weaver doesn't need the long BKBs as much, so it's nice to use them early where they're going to gank you and you need that kind of tankability. I think later on the game doesn't matter. But of course the puck Ags is such a big deal. I don't know how you save yourself from that, genuinely. Like besides maybe going for Ags or even Aeon Disc on Weaver or something like that, you know, because that Dream Coil is going to be the bane of your existence.
Dendy has to go take a leak. We'll be right back.
I love they go RDO. It's not bathroom. It's on WC. It's go bathroom.
Yeah,
because he's pumped. You know,
he's pumped.
He knows this game is very important for him.
It's a close game. As they will take a pause here. I mean, all right. So Hellraisers. I mean, of course they're allowed to do whatever they want now during this pause, and I would be probably discussing the game plan. At this stage, I would say your AM, he's feeling strong, but he just needs probably about 2 more minutes of free farm, maybe 1.5 minutes for this BKB. Let me see here. Our Shaker is pretty close to Blink, so I feel like right now AM farm priority number 1, Lil farm priority number 2 here for those 2 big items, and then you just look for a, maybe not the decisive fight, but you look for a good skirmish here. You can turn that into Roche, which might be respawning right now, but we do need just another minute here for BKB on AM and Blink Dagger for Lil.
Yeah, and if you could just wait that long, you would pretty much be set for the fight, which is why Bay has this very small window opportunity where they're slightly... I don't even know if they're stronger, but they can at least fight a bit more coordinated, because the MKB just came up on the Weaver, or should be just coming up on the Weaver, I believe. Yeah, just came up.
Yep.
So he's going for Lincoln's next, which is actually a pretty decent choice this game. Not going to help you too much against the Dream Coil.
Or the Shaker.
No, but the Mana Void, you're going to prevent it. That's a huge source of damage. And honestly, any Hexes or Abyssals or whatever later on is also important.
And the day guns that Nyx is
seems to
queuing up.
want.
Yeah, I mean, why not? He's just going to be running Disruption on the back lines. Unfortunately, everyone's just really damn tanky, this lineup.
All right, everyone to the bathroom, guys. Good.
And we are back, ready to go. Sexy Fat unpaused.
Oh, we have Hex on Dundee as well.
Do we?
Yeah.
All right, that should be 1 of 2. As oh, not quite. We're getting there, though, for our Phoenix. Slowly.
Yeah, he's going to take a while more, though. Well, yeah, it's a Phoenix. Maybe 1 good team fight and he's got it. But the Hex on Dundee is pretty valuable. If you can do it on point and not get counterspelled, it's really hard to counterspell items because obviously 0 cast point. I think it's you can kill the AM in time. Weaver still deals a fair amount
This
of
is a really tough spot for them to be fighting. AM's about to have BKB. We're about to have this Shaker Blink as well. They're so close. They're so close, but they can't afford to wait any longer. Okay, they have to go. They're going to smoke up now. BKB delivered here for our AM. Roche already down, though.
It's too late. Weaver takes Roche too quickly. And now they're ready to fight as well. Weaver just coming out, Duster as well to break smokes, right? Because you know the enemy team probably smoked to get you. Your lanes are pushed. You have a lot of information in the enemy team.
This is like the 4th time in the series we've seen Hellraisers know that they should contest Roche, but they've just been just that late. Like, I mean, it's funny enough. It's been on the Dire side as well. It's been 3 times in a row where they just walk up here, and then they hear that all too familiar jingle of, hey, the enemy's picked up Aegis, and they just can't. They can't go in.
Yeah.
It feels real bad. Because not only do you lose the Roche, but you lose a smoke.
Yeah, it's true, actually. And a bunch of time wasted for this that you could just be using to farm. Because if you know they're doing Roche and you actually make the choice of just continue to farm, I mean, it sounds stupid. That's space made for you in a way.
It is, and that's not what Nyx is looking to do. He TP's out because the bot lane pushed in as far as he's willing to take it, and he's going to go top lane and just look to do exactly the same. Because they're at this stage of the game now, right, where, all right, Nyx, it's your job to show on the map, push all the lanes, really annoy the crap out of them. You're going to be hunted, though. You're like, target number one.
Yep.
The rest of bait, they're going to go on a safari and look to kill you. And AM, in the meantime, farm wherever you can. Farm on the opposite side of the map of this puck.
Yeah, exactly, because they're going to otherwise catch a 2-4,
Yep.
which is not what you're hoping for. They have really
Not
good
at
team
all.
fights still for bait, so their 5-on-5 is still great, but now they also have some single target due to the Hex, right? And multiple Hexes are going to come out. And the difficulty is that if this goes super late, like I'm talking like 50 minutes in, you'll have multiple sources of control for the AM. And the matchup between Weaver and AM, kind of the gap is bridged simply because in super late game, it's much more about the items that you can build to mitigate your weaknesses. And RTO has farmed enough to justify him being a super late game carry.
I would say I would agree with you, but we still have this BKB, which is massive for AM, right?
Oh, yeah.
Because a lot of that single
I
target
mean, we're not still in
lockdown-
super late, by the way. That's what I'm
No,
saying.
we're not. But I think I don't really see him joining fights until it's absolutely necessary at this stage for AM. All right, he wants this full Abyssal Blade. He's not that close to it yet, so he needs to farm a bit longer, but RDO is going to scout him here. Again, not too much of a dangerous position for Kuman to be in. Just needs to remove the vision here. The team's rotating on over. Clockwork on the other side of the map, though. They're going to be looking to turn, or threatening it anyway. Because I think this BKB, we're probably going to see it maybe used up to 3 times. And one way or other, the game's going to be over by that stage. So it's going to be some really, really impactful BKBs, especially against the Hexes. So I think it's really just up to Kuman not to get jumped on here, or to just trust himself on the counterspell to Hex Dendi in return.
Well, let's see. What are they going to find? Phoenix is really valuable here. Sexy Fat, the target. Oh, they stopped the Phoenix immediately thanks to Dream Coil and Force
does
Staff.
not want to fight. Okay, now he will, but he finds an
does.
illusion.
Yeah, that was a bit... Oh, it's Sexy Fat. Are you sure you can fight this? Kuman activates BKB, just fights against Dendi. Has to eat the cheese Dendi, but he's not surviving this at all. Kuman is just slicing and dicing him, and they're going to lose Sexy Fat as well. This really ill-advised fight by Bait is going to get punished by an AM that's farmed enough. They even find the Clockwork in the backlines, but that's not going to work out.
Yeah, that was really awkward. Sexy Fat blinks in, finds 3 heroes who have no interest in him. They want the Phoenix instead, and he doesn't drop the arena. He doesn't throw a spear. He doesn't even hit him with the God's Rebuke. He just stands there and looks at him. They're like, oh, I need to counter-initiate here. Wait a second, RDO is not here. We have no damage, and our Phoenix is dead. Like, the fight just went so bad for them all of a sudden. Dendi doesn't have buyback here, so this is going to be at least the mid lane of Barracks then in favor of Hellraisers for pretty much free. A 10-second BKB charge. Exo used, but everything that they're okay with using here. And the coil, of course.
Take the tier 3, go for the racks as well here, and then probably retreat because you don't need to push this too hard.
Yeah.
You know the Viper's coming back soon. Yeah, retreat earlier. Yeah, makes sense. You're a bit afraid of the Phoenix and the Viper. You know Bait is coming towards the end of the window opportunity, and then pretty much from minute 40 to 50, you're going to be the strongest part of the team.
Yeah,
until they build enough items to deal with the AM.
And I doubt this is really a consideration, but Hellraisers, they go, well, let's see. You guys didn't have buyback once, so we're just going to force you to have buyback now because the tier 3 tower down straight for the throne here if they feel like they can really get it.
Yeah, you don't have the most pushing power. I guess if DP has EXO available, then maybe.
With late game AM, though.
Yeah,
right?
enough farm. Was going for AC, by the way.
And he's got it. Normally I would agree with you as well, right? It's like saying, oh, Weaver's pushing is very weak. In the late game, absolutely. Or in the early game, absolutely. But late game, when you have enough items to make up for it.
You're still not a Clinkster or Morphling or whatever.
You're no troll, right? I agree. I get your point, but it's still pretty damn good.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that. AM finally reaches level 25. What did he go for?
He is going to opt for the Mana Void talent. Okay.
I mean, you have a... It's okay. There's not many Mana Void targets here that are amazing, but it's generally useful against like Weaver, Mars, Viper. It's never bad to have that extra bit of damage. Weaver's level 25 talent is the one that really, really matters here.
Yeah, I would this game.
I know you'd go for the Geminate attack. He's not gonna.
I feel like you go for the Geminate attack.
I know you do.
And you buy this Demon Edge, and then you queue up a Sacred Relic right after it, and then you look to get just one stun onto the AM, hit him with that triple Geminate attack, you stun him again, he's as good as dead. I've seen it happen many times.
Okay, many times.
I've seen because I don't think that game's quite getting to that stage but we've seen Divine Rapier, especially for your OGs, for some of your faster teams as well in the European region. They'll just pick it up when they know that their peak power is coming to an end. And I would say with this 25 talent for Weaver, after that he gets maybe one more item, and then he's just about as good as, you know, a range, not quite a range, that's unfair to the hero, but you get what I'm saying. He doesn't hold a candle to AM's late game fight, and I think that's something they ought to recognize, and I'd really, really hope that they go for the Rapier here, because they're so close to the 25 talent already. It's up to him, though.
I can see the point in Daedalus, though, because remember, guys, that the Gemini attack actually, you can get triple crits, or double crits in this case, right? So that's why it's so valuable on Weaver. But it's the safer play. They might be going for an Exo's been used in the bottom lane just to guarantee these racks. Rezo's going to be tanking this. He acknowledges he's not that strong, though, where he's a bit too late. There's the Cogs pushing him back into the arena, but in goes Lil, and he Echo Slams with the shard as well. They're going to kill Duster in time, but Sexy has BKB activated the whole time. They lost Lil, but in exchange, they managed to at least secure Timbersaw's life. And in the backline, they also murder the Viper. As Dreamcold catches 2, AM still looking to fight. Ghost Scepter not going to save him from the Dagon damage. Exo's still up. I don't know, Duster, dude. I don't think you're making out of here alive. 80 seconds out of
They don't have buyback again.
They don't have buyback. Why? Save gold for the buyback.
No,
Weaver does, at least.
Weaver has buyback. SexyFat's got buyback, but they're the only two alive.
Yeah, because they just wasted the well, to be fair, Duster just died back.
Okay, fair enough.
But the Phoenix and the Viper don't have buyback.
Also,
gold.
just to show you the power of the Earthshaker, he Echo Slams here because he wants to get
the extra
SexyFat.
shard.
But the shard actually stunned up the Phoenix, which means he was a little bit late getting off the Supernova.
No, he actually Echo Slammed because he wanted to get the shard damage.
Then he did, because that was a beautiful play. That means Rezo is easily able to live. He would have died had he had 2 seconds of that Supernova damage on him. Great job from Hellraisers. I mean, that was just perfect.
That's why it seemed like he wasted the Echo Slam on the BKB target, because Mars had already activated BKB like
Good
a
call,
solid second before.
Good call.
But he knew he wanted the shard damage. So of course the chat will just say it was luck, much like the AM.
No, dude, that was amazing. What a play. Actually, really, really what a play there coming through from Lil.
I like it that he doesn't doubt to use that ultimate, because he's not trying to look for the big Echo Slam. He understands the power of how powerful they are right now, and they can afford to waste his ultimates just to secure the lives of
You don't need to go
heroes.
for a big Echo Slam past minute 40. That's what you have AM for.
Yeah,
right?
I agree.
You just need to get the Echo
you
Slam.
can get one, fantastic, but it's not your prerogative.
Yeah, exactly. Before, when you get that Blink Dagger, 20 to 30 minutes, yes, you need that big Echo Slam to pay off the 5 minutes of free farm we gave you on a position 4, right? We need, hey, we're going to give you this free farm, you're position 4, you're going to have this really impactful item, we need you to have an impact with it. Yep. This late in the game, don't worry about it. Just get the good stun onto the Phoenix, from stun the second time, prevent that Supernova from coming out, we got this game. Yep. 18K now up for Hellraisers, 18 to 20. And they actually do scan out bait here on the high ground.
In the last fight, we didn't even mention it because the Supernova was so incredibly offensive, but that was a completely useless Supernova. Like, at this point, with an AM, with an Assault Cuirass and his usual reduced BAT, it's really difficult as the Phoenix to survive that because he hits so quick. He actually went for the Weaver up top. Weaver is going to die alone to the Abyssal. No, he got timeless off in time. We stole the Bastion though. RTO cannot fight against the AM.
He does that buyback.
Oh my goodness, RTO bought something before. Why? Second game without buyback. Phoenix has no buyback either. Same with gold. Clockwork is the only person who's used the buyback this game. Do these guys come from League? What's happening? Why don't they have buyback?
He doesn't have buyback. Look at Hellraisers. They're going to know. They're just going to go straight for the game.
What's happening? Kuman just got a free kill on the Weaver because he Abyssal Bladed her, or Abyssal Bladed the Weaver. Well, she already used the Sikuchi.
Last one to live here.
Either.
He doesn't have buyback.
Oh, he does. Sorry, no, he does.
He does.
He used it immediately.
But now they know no one else has buyback, so they're just going to focus the barracks.
Yep,
the EXO is ended, but again,
like
with Kuman here, it's just like game 1. Again, another game bait. We're playing well. This time around, Hellraiser's playing a bit better. Dendy's going to jump in, trying to do whatever he can, but he's have to fight versus Kuman now. The 1v1, the Abyssal Blade, Dendy, he's dead. Doesn't have buyback either, but now SexyFat pops his own BKB. He's got the arena, but they're going to throw in the towel. They're going to strike the colors. Bait 0-6. 2 games in a row in the series where the game was right there. It was in their grasp. They could see Season 2. But they forgot about the buybacks. They bought an item. The greed hit them. And they will fall in 3 to Hellraisers. A good series, but it just really, hurts to go that way, doesn't it?
Okay. So, to some degree, I will justify the decision not to buy buyback, that you might think that you are weak enough, as was proven there. The AM just absolutely decimated the Weaver. And you might think, oh, if I don't get this item, even if I have 2 lives, I will just die, like 2 times in a row, right? So maybe that's the decision that makes him buy Daedalus, which is the last item he bought over there.
Yep. He bought out for the Daedalus.
Over the buyback. I think that was his logic behind it, which can be justifiable because we just saw RTO die. But the problem with this is, first of all, he only died once that game, and that was that Right?
Yeah.
But the problem here with that logic was that RDO was still pushing really aggressively despite not having buyback. So even if you are playing this way where you're like, okay, there's only one chance we got, we just got to do this, RDO was still playing super aggressively, got found by an AM, and the worst part is that he even made the mistake of Shukuchiing first and then proceeding to time lapse, which is why afterwards just man fought the AM because he had no other choice. Literally, you couldn't do anything else because you had no Shukuchi. You couldn't run away. You only had the chance to just fight him head on, and obviously you're going to lose that matchup, so Weaver died. But if you're going to play that way, which again I wouldn't recommend, but you're going to play super risky and trying to make the best out of your one life, don't play so aggressively.
I agree. Or if you are, you got to do that on a very specific hero. You can do that on your Pucks. You can do that on your Ember Spirits, right?
Not on your win condition
Not
Weaver.
on your win condition Weaver, who, even though he's got a save, brings him right back to where he probably doesn't want to be, right?
Exactly.
Especially when you just man up and fight like that. I mean, what I can imagine is a frustrating loss as well for Bait, especially because, again, it does bring them down to 0-6. So this is going to be then Bait in 8th place, having still yet to find a victory. Their next match is versus Winstrike, who are currently 5-0.
Yeah, Bait is in a really bad position. Them beating Winstrike is a tall order. They did a really... I mean, honestly, their series was pretty solid against Hellraisers. I don't think they had an overall bad
They look
series.
good here. They looked really good here.
It was just some small, very specific mistakes around buybacks that really made them...
They were just
lose
so
the game.
costly. And it sucks that it's like you make the one mistake that can really just lose you the game like that, but that's the nature of the game, especially when you go late. Yeah, I mean, that's brutal. The other flip side of the coin, though, here for Hellraisers is this will bring them to 4-2, which does leave them just about even. Well, for now, because they're among the first to play their 6th match. So it puts them here in 2nd with, again, having beaten that head-to-head versus PuckChamp. If
But PuckChamp and Gambit still haven't played their match of the
That's
week.
right. PuckChamp, they're actually, I mean, this week is looking so good in terms of lower division guys. And if you're not following already, we do highly recommend, because this is where all the official coverage for the English language is going to be for the remainder of the season. And it is coming to a close. So it's been a long road trip and a very good one, but we still have some exciting matchups. And one of those is going to be PuckChamp versus Winstrike. That is this week on Thursday. Highly, highly, highly recommend you guys tune in, because that's going to determine whether PuckChamp or not will almost certainly be the 2nd team to join Winstrike and move up to the upper division next season.
Which is, by the way, the next day that we will be on this channel, because Tuesday and Wednesday are the break days. Finally figured this out.
Yes.
So we're back on Thursday with 2 matches, I believe.
That's correct.
Yeah,
Yep,
so it's PuckChamp.
it's Thursday doubleheader.
It's PuckChamp Winstrike, then we proceed with... actually, it was Hustlers Gambit 2, Electric Boogaloo, and then... Oh, it's not then. The
Oh.
Winstrike PuckChamp is on Friday, sorry.
I apologize.
It's Hustlers versus Gambit 2, Electric Boogaloo, and then it's VBP versus IPG. That's going to be the 2 matches that we're going to have on Thursday. Also exciting matches, but in the other side, right? We're going to see who's going to get relegated pretty much this Thursday, because Hustlers, VBP, and IPG, well, actually, and Bait, are all in a really difficult position.
Yeah.
And we can see who
Well,
can make it out of that.
unfortunately-
IPG's a bit better off.
Yeah, Bait, they're kind of unfortunately,
Almost relegated.
I think, condemned at this stage. I think they are condemned.
Well, if they win, and if they win their next match, like 2-0, and then Hustlers and VB Prodigy both lose their matches, they could go to tiebreakers.
I mean, the thing is, you never want it to go there, right? You always want your destiny or your result to be on your own actions, right? I mean, you
but
don't,
it's mathematically possible.
mathematically, it is possible.
If I can tell you something, as a Spanish caster who's cast in South America when they were absolute garbage, we are the kings of math, okay? We are, you will see a bunch of like 100 Peruvians figuring out how Infamous can make it to TI, even though they've lost 8 matches in a row. It's impressive. They will find the perfect scenario where this happens.
And then they go, no, you forgot the X factor. What is the X factor? Modo de PC.
More than percent. Yeah, and so I'm telling you, if there's ever a region which I would never discount, as long as it's mathematically possible to make it through, it would be the Brazilians, particularly the South Americans from Bait. I am thinking that they can still make it if they get lucky, but we'll see what happens on Thursday. We'll be back online then. It'll be at 12 CEST, or 11 if you're in the UK. 1 p.m. if you're in Russia, okay? And if you're in Malaysia like us, it'll be 7 p.m. As we see in the studio time. That's 1 a.m., by the way. It's not 1 p.m. Hope you enjoyed the cast, though. Of course, my name is Mr. Owl Plus here with Seek and Strike. You can check out on Twitter as @Mr. Owl Plus, and then here with @Seek and Strike Dota, or just do !cast, and you'll see the links to our personal Twitters if you don't follow our journey through the Dota world. And as Seek and Strike said, if you want to follow the journey through the lower division, you can just follow us on this Twitch channel, as we'll be live only for lower division for the duration of this month.
Yeah, guys, it's coming to a close. There's only 5 more days remaining of play here, so it's really coming down to it. As I said, we're back Thursday with 2 matches, and then the upper division will resume then. That's going to do it for our coverage today. As I said, you can find us on Twitter just by doing the !cast command. But for now, we're going to let you go enjoy your Monday. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to our maniacal Monday coverage, as it will be Bait losing in 3 to Hellraisers. On behalf of Alvaro and myself, thanks so much for tuning in, and we'll catch you on Thursday. Until then, stay safe.
With the right CPU, you can turn any game from familiar to phenomenal. Unleash the potential in all your gaming with Intel 10th Gen processors. With its optimal balance of threads, cores, and frequency to deliver elite real-world performance, only Intel can bring Marvel's Avengers to life with in-game PC optimizations. Supercharge your Marvel's Avengers experience with Intel Core i5, i7, and i9 processors.
You ready? Huh? Hey, easy boy. Huh? You ready? Huh?
Start your esports career now at play.eslgaming.com.
What's your style? Get your merch at shop.eslgaming.com.
My name is Jordan Gilbert, aka Nothing.
Hi, my name is Sue Lee. My handle is Smix. I think it's important for these initiatives to happen. Empathy really, really goes a long way, and it always means so much to us, and I think that's where initiatives like this really help.
I encourage everyone in the community, anytime they see bullying, anytime they see someone getting called names, I encourage you to step up and say something.
Good luck, have fun.
Good luck, have fun.